For years, female rappers have proudly embraced their sexuality, making it a big part of their music. From Nicki Minaj talking about her past relationships to Young M.A refusing to date men, and Ken the Man wanting a strong partner, these women have stayed real while taking over the rap game. Here are 10 openly gay female rappers who have earned respect, stayed true to themselves, and dropped hit after hit. Brooklyn rapper Young M.A blew up in 2016 with her massive hit Boo, a song that took over the streets and the charts. It was so big that rap stars like Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma jumped on remixes. But Young M.A wasn't just making waves with her music, she was breaking barriers as one of the few openly gay women in hip-hop. At a time when the rap world wasn't always welcoming to LGBTQ+ artists, she never hid who she was. While some rappers kept their sexuality private to avoid backlash, Young M.A embraced hers without fear, and her fans loved her even more for it. In Ooh, she raps boldly about her lifestyle, proving that success in hip-hop isn't about fitting in, it's about being real. Young M.A has never been shy about rapping about her sex life. In Ooh, she spits bold lines like, "Baby gave me head, that's a low blow slash, and she make me weak when she deep throat." She raps with confidence, and that same energy shows in the way she lives her life. In an interview with The Fader, she talked about how growing up in New York made it easier for her to accept her sexuality. She said, "Life is too short. I need to just be myself, express myself. In New York City, being gay is common. I used to think, man, there's a lot of gay people out here, and that made me feel comfortable. At first, I still tried to hide it, but after a while, it was too much. Too many girls were attracted to me. But being openly gay in New York was one thing. Coming out as a lesbian rapper was a whole different challenge." In the early days of her career, her manager told her she needed to wear dresses to be more marketable because the hip-hop industry wasn't ready to accept her as she was. This pressure, along with other struggles in her life, made her doubt herself. For a while, she felt discouraged, wondering if she could really make it in rap while staying true to who she was. In a 2016 issue of XXL magazine, Young M.A opened up about one of the hardest times in her life. She said, "There was a point where I was just lost, personally and mentally. I had just lost my brother, and on top of that, I had been hiding the fact that I was gay from my family for so long. It was just a lot to deal with. Everything felt overwhelming, but she eventually had a wake-up call that pushed her to take control of her life. Once she accepted her sexuality, everything changed. She became one of the most recognized LGBTQ+ rappers in the game, living her truth without fear. She openly dated women and was in a highly publicized relationship with model Tory Bricks from 2016 to 2018. A year after their breakup, she sat down with Jason Lee on Hollywood Unlocked and shocked fans when she said she no longer identified as a lesbian. When asked about her sexuality, she explained that her perspective had changed, leaving people curious about what that meant for her moving forward.
Oh, you're not a
young man.
But I mean, I'm gay, so you don't. You're non-titled.
No,
no
don't do
title.
that label. Nah, you know.
But you wouldn't date a guy.
Absolutely not.
Okay, but you don't.
That's it.
Young M.A has always been open about her sexuality, but she doesn't want it to put her in a box. She made that clear when she said, "Absolutely no." Okay, so then, but you don't. That's it. I just wouldn't date a guy. For her, it's not about labels. It's about the music and how it makes people feel. Now, let's talk about another rapper who shared her truth with Jason Lee, Young Miami. In 2023, Young Miami made headlines when she revealed she was bisexual during an appearance on the Jason Lee Show on Revolt. At the time, she had been in an on-and-off relationship with rap mogul Diddy, so her fans were caught off guard by the announcement. It all went down during a game of Smash or Pass, where Jason Lee showed her photos of different celebrities. When Megan Thee Stallion's picture popped up, Miami didn't even hesitate. She laughed and said, "I'm a smash all day and tomorrow. Meg just gives me, like, she really can take me up and through there." Sensing the moment, Jason Lee dug deeper, asking if she had ever been with a woman and if she identified as bisexual. Miami nodded and confirmed, making it official. Her fans went wild, and the internet couldn't stop talking about it.
It's not been with women before.
And you enjoyed it?
I love it. Are you bisexual? Really?
Yeah, I always say that.
Yeah, but like you say a lot. You just said earlier you say a lot of things you don't mean it. You mean you say
No, I read it.
In 2012, Azealia Banks made history by becoming the first female rapper to publicly come out as bisexual. At just 20 years old, the rising star shocked the hip-hop world when she opened up about her sexuality. In an interview with the New York Times, she said, "I've been out for 3 years. I've been around." She didn't want her sexuality to become a big issue, though. Azealia made it clear that she wasn't trying to be labeled as the bisexual rapper and that she wasn't going to live by other people's expectations. She said, "I'm not trying to be the bisexual lesbian rapper. I don't live on other people's terms." While other artists, like Nicki Minaj, had hinted at bisexuality and rumors about people like Da Brat and Queen Latifah had floated around, none of them had come out as openly as Azealia did. Her decision to speak up was a bold and groundbreaking moment in hip-hop, but it didn't come without some controversy. Although many people in the entertainment industry supported her, the move sparked criticism, including from journalist John Ort, who questioned her decision to come out. Still, Azealia stood strong, showing the world that she wasn't going to let anyone else define who she was. Azealia Banks coming out sparked a lot of conversation, especially when a major article referred to her as someone who considers herself bisexual instead of just saying she is bisexual. This wording made some people question whether the media was undermining her identity. Later articles about Banks would mention her bisexuality, but they often made a point to focus on her relationships with men, which led some fans to wonder if she was only claiming to be bisexual for attention. Things got even more complicated in 2015 when Azealia was caught on camera making homophobic comments. The video, posted by TMZ, showed her in an argument with a flight attendant over her bag while trying to exit a Delta Airlines flight. At the end of the clip, Banks can be heard using a homophobic slur, which led to an immediate backlash. People criticized her harshly, and it seemed like her earlier claims of being bisexual might not hold as much weight. Azealia Banks isn't the only one who's been criticized for comments related to her sexuality. In fact, she's had a history of backlash for using a homophobic slur. One of the most notable times was in 2015, when she was caught on camera arguing with a flight attendant. The video quickly spread, and people were upset when Banks used what sounded like a homophobic insult. Banks defended herself on Twitter, claiming that she's bisexual and that many of her employees are gay men. She also argued that if she were white, people wouldn't have reacted as harshly to the situation, claiming she would have been treated differently, perhaps with a little more respect, maybe even with her bags handed to her and a spritzer. This wasn't the first time Banks used that word, though. Back in 2013, she also used it in an argument with celebrity blogger Perez Hilton. When responding to criticism from him, Banks tried to explain that the slur wasn't aimed at homosexual men, but at any man who acted like a woman. She added that there was a big difference between the two. Even though she tried to justify her comments, it only added to the controversy surrounding her use of that word. Young Miami's love for Megan Thee Stallion didn't just start in 2023. Back in 2021, the two had a flirty Twitter exchange that had fans talking. It all started when Megan tweeted, "I'm too shy to say this in person, but at Young Miami 305, I want a date." Miami didn't hold back, quickly quoting the tweet and responding, "I've been wanting you too, so what's up?" Their playful back and forth had everyone wondering if something was really going on between them. Miami has always been open about her attraction to women, but she once sparked controversy with comments about LGBTQ+ issues. She faced major backlash after tweeting that if her son ever came out as gay, she would beat him so bad. Although she deleted the tweet, she stood by her words during a 2018 interview on The Breakfast Club, saying, "I have absolutely nothing against gay people, but I wouldn't want my son to be gay." Her comments disappointed many fans, who felt they didn't align with the love and support she had shown towards same-sex relationships. The chemistry between Young Miami and Ari Fletcher is undeniable. In 2023, during a live episode of Kershaw Please, the two shared a passionate kiss that left the audience buzzing. Fast forward a year later, and the two were caught on camera sharing yet another kiss while partying at a club. The footage, which hit the internet on October 9, 2024, showed the ladies having a blast, taking double shots, twerking on each other and locking lips. It's clear that they were enjoying each other's company, and the fans loved it. But Young Miami isn't the only rapper who's been open about her attraction to famous women. Ice Spice, another bisexual rapper, also openly embraces her sexuality. In her hit song, Bikini Bottom, she raps about being attracted to both men and women. In the second verse, she drops the line, "I like too," in a 2022 interview with Medium. Ice Spice went on to explain her lyrics more openly, proudly representing her queer identity. She shared, "I was just like, they need to know we are." She wasn't shy about showing that she's comfortable with who she is and is confident in expressing her sexuality in her music. Ice Spice is a great example of someone living their truth, and it's clear that she's doing it on her own terms. Ice Spice has always been open about her fluid approach to sexuality. In September 2021, she tweeted a question that had people talking. What's it called when you're attracted to masculinity in women and femininity in men? She wasn't afraid to ask tough questions about attraction, showing just how comfortable she is with herself and the different ways we can feel drawn to people. She also talked more about her sexuality in a January 2023 interview with Ebro Darden on Apple Music. Ice Spice shared that she prefers good boys and girls over squares, emphasizing how she's into real, authentic people, regardless of gender. Then, in 2023, Ice Spice made waves again when she publicly flirted with superstar Billie Eilish. This came right after Billie had spoken openly about her queerness, letting fans know she was open to all kinds of connections. In December 2023, Billie posted a close-up photo on Instagram that highlighted her chest, catching the attention of many, including Ice Spice. Without wasting any time, Ice Spice jumped into the comments to express her interest. It was a bold move that didn't go unnoticed. The moment added fuel to the fire, as fans speculated about their connection, both of them embracing their sexuality with confidence and making waves in the process. When Billie Eilish posted a revealing picture on Instagram, Ice Spice couldn't help but drop a comment saying, "Can I say something?" This phrase had become a popular trend on social media, often used by one person to let another know they found them attractive. Ice Spice's comment immediately caught everyone's attention, especially in the queer community, where many fans were hoping the two stars might hook up. It created a lot of excitement, but nothing came from the viral exchange, at least not yet. Still, who knows? The possibility of them becoming a couple in the future is still a fun thought for fans. For now, Ice Spice is focused on what really matters to her, her music. She's making sure her songs connect with everyone, no matter where they fall on the gender spectrum. In a 2023 interview, she talked about her music and who she creates it for. When asked about her target audience, she said, "I wouldn't say girls specifically because the gays love me and I love the gays. I'm just making music that I like, honestly. Everybody could vibe to the beats. The beats are the most important thing."
So my thing is, yes. So I had a boo when I was in high school, and she was so cute.
Rita Ora quickly apologized, saying she never meant to hurt anyone in the LGBTQ+ community. In response, Cardi B also took to Twitter on May 15, 2018, to apologize to anyone offended by the song or by any homophobic comments she had made in the past. She also shared her own personal experiences with women. Cardi tweeted, "Listen to Girls by Rita Ora featuring me, BB Rexa, and Charlie XCX. We never tried to cause harm or had bad intentions with the song. Personally, I've had experiences with other women, a lot of women. I thought the song was good, and I remember my own experiences. Some fans loved the idea, but others weren't so happy with the video, accusing Cardi of queer baiting. Cardi wasn't having it and responded on Twitter to defend herself while reaffirming her bisexuality. She tweeted, at Rolling Stone, queer baiting? You do know we were trying to hide a whole baby bump, right? Also, I'm married to a man, but I've been open about my bisexuality and my experiences with women. Now, queer baiting is the new term everyone's using, and it's getting out of hand." Then, things heated up again when Cardi posted 2 photos of herself on Twitter with the captions DYYB. That quickly caught the attention of her fans, and many slammed her for using the word dyke, which some people believe is an anti-lesbian slur. Glorilla is unapologetic about her sexuality, but while she hasn't openly come out yet, she did make a bold pass at Ruby Rose during a December 2022 episode of the Lip Service podcast. Memphis rapper Glorilla dropped some surprising details about her personal life, sparking a lot of online chatter. What really caught the attention of the queer community, though, was when the conversation turned to threesomes. It all started when the host, Angela Yee, mentioned she'd never been in a threesome. Glorilla replied, saying if she ever did, it would have to involve 2 girls and a guy, but it wouldn't be with her main partner. Things took an even juicier turn when Angela asked Glorilla what kind of girl she'd be into for a threesome. Glorilla casually responded, one girl I like is Ruby Rose. She even made sure to add that the girl would need to look like Ruby Rose if she was going to consider the idea. This sparked excitement among fans, many of whom started wondering if there was a chance of something happening between Glorilla and Ruby Rose in the future. It certainly made a few people very curious about what's next for the rapper and her sexuality. During the podcast, Glorilla definitely left everyone talking with some shocking confessions. When the conversation turned to her sex life, she didn't hold back. She laughed and said, "It's some weird stuff. But okay, we got eating, right? You too far in now?" "Yes." "Alright, so I got done eating, then we had sex right after, with some food, and I'm still eating it. So if you like my food, I'ma eat the whole room." The whole room burst into laughter, and she added, "I'ma eat it." Naturally, this moment quickly went viral, and people on social media were all over it. Many were surprised by how open she was, with one person even tweeting, "Sis, you could have kept that in the group chat, way back in the group chat, where you'd have to scroll for hours to find it." Glorilla's boldness stirred up plenty of reactions, to say the least. In a tweet on November 11, 2024, Glorilla shared that she's decided to stay single and celibate until she gets married. So, if her previous confession made you cringe, get ready, because the next rapper's secret might be a bit more shocking. Now, let's talk about Coi Leray. Since Coi hit the spotlight, there's been a lot of talk about her complicated relationship with her dad, Benzino, and her past relationships. But things took a turn during an Instagram live session with Nicki Minaj, where they ended up talking about Coi's sexuality. Nicki asked Coi directly, "Are you a lesbian?" Coi answered, "No, I like guys," but then admitted she'd been with a woman before. However, she didn't consider herself bisexual because of that one experience. Coi shared, "Yeah, after I was in it, that's when I realized, listen, this isn't for me. It's not my thing." She made it clear that her preference has always been men when it comes to relationships. Coi made it pretty clear that she's still into men. During the chat with Nicki Minaj, she said, "You know what it is, Nicki, I like a man's touch. I like aggression. I just do." She wasn't shy about saying that she loves the energy men bring. Nicki, though, wasn't ready to drop it. She pointed out that women can also be aggressive, giving the example of rapper Young M.A. Coi agreed that Young M.A. is cute, but she stayed firm on her stance, saying she'd prefer to date a guy. She did understand why people might think she's into women or bisexual, though. Her tomboyish style comes from growing up as the only girl in a family of boys. While she made it clear she's into guys for now, Coi didn't completely rule out dating a woman down the road, so there's still a chance for that to change. Benzino didn't hold back during his interview. He even asked, "How does someone become gay?" Then he tried to explain his daughter Coi's experience by saying there wasn't anyone gay in their family for her to grow up around, so it made sense why she felt the way she did. He suggested that her comments about not being attracted to women were clear because of her lack of exposure. But he also gave her credit for being able to speak openly about her experience, which was a point of pride for him. Next up, Megan Thee Stallion has been quite open about her bisexuality, and she's dropped hints in her music that she's attracted to both men and women. One of the first times Megan hinted at being bisexual was in her 2021 freestyle, Tuned In, where she rapped, "I got a man, but I think some of you cute." This wasn't the first time Megan touched on her attraction to women, though. In her 2019 song, Captain Hook, she rapped, "I be texting with a bi chick, we both freaky," making it clear that Megan is comfortable with her sexual fluidity and isn't afraid to speak on it. Over time, Megan has shown that being open about her sexuality is something she owns, both in her lyrics and in her interviews. Megan Thee Stallion has been open about her bisexuality for a while, and in 2024, she really let her queer pride shine on her album Megan. One of the standout moments was in the track Broke His Heart, where she confidently rapped, "I like girls and I like both," showing just how comfortable she is in her sexuality. But it doesn't stop there. Megan has been vocal with her fans about her love life too, especially on Instagram Live. In August 2020, Megan went live and casually told her fans, "I'm a free agent on the lady side. I'm looking for a new girlfriend." She even went into detail about what she's into, saying, "I like little petite tings with tattoos, Spanish girls with big old booties, petite black girls, and thick Spanish girls." Megan Thee Stallion has always had fans buzzing with her flirtatious and playful comments, especially when she talked about her type. On social media, people couldn't help but get excited when she opened up during an Instagram Live session in August 2020, saying she was looking for a new girlfriend. "I'm a free agent on the ladies' side," she announced, sparking tons of excitement. She even went into detail about her type, mentioning that she likes petite girls with tattoos, and also adding, "I like Spanish girls with big old, petite black girls, and thick Spanish girls." Her comments sent fans into a frenzy, with many tweeting about how excited they were. One user even shared a funny meme of a woman holding a sign that said, "Yes, I do the cooking, yes, I do the cleaning," playfully shooting their shot with Megan. Megan Thee Stallion is all about supporting the LGBTQ+ community, and one of the most heartwarming moments came in the summer of 2023 at Los Angeles Pride. During her performance, she spotted an old classmate in the crowd and took a moment to shout them out, saying, "Why is my classmate here mid-applause? What the heck are you doing here?" Her classmate shared the moment on Instagram, writing about how much it meant to them. They even recalled how Megan always had their back in school when they were bullied for being different. It's clear that Megan's love for the community goes beyond just performing. She's real, and she's always shown love and support to those around her. Next up is Doja Cat, who's always kept her romantic life under wraps. But with all the curiosity swirling around her sexuality, she eventually decided to open up during an Instagram Live session. In June 2021, when a fan asked if she liked boys or both, Doja casually replied, "I like both. I like things. I like people I can have sex with. You can kind of have sex with anybody, right?" Her chill attitude towards sexuality sparked conversations online, showing that she wasn't afraid to embrace who she is. Doja Cat made waves when she finally opened up about her bisexuality in a casual Instagram Live session in 2021. While relaxing by the pool, she told fans that she wasn't high but was, in fact, just being herself. She then dropped the bomb, saying, "I like both," when a fan asked about her sexuality, confirming she was bisexual. But it didn't stop there. Around the same time, rumors about her dating Bree Runway started making rounds, and Doja didn't keep it a secret for long. On July 19th, she shared a photo of Bree on Twitter with the caption, "I have a girlfriend," and tagged Bree, making things official. Bree also shared her love on Instagram, posting pictures of the two of them with the caption, "You know I'm crazy about my woman and love you at Doja Cat. Best night ever." Fans were shocked at first, but most of the reactions were overwhelmingly supportive and excited for the couple. However, despite her openness about her bisexuality and relationship, Doja Cat didn't escape criticism. A few years earlier, in 2015, she had tweeted a homophobic slur aimed at Tyler, the Creator, and Earl Sweatshirt. After the tweet resurfaced, Doja initially defended it, but later apologized several times after facing major backlash from both fans and celebrities. She eventually made amends, and the incident has since faded into the past, with her fans forgiving her as she continued to embrace her true self. If you're curious about the latest trends in the rap scene and what your favorite artists are up to, keep an eye out for more content showing up on the screen.